Since the beginning of this YouTube channel, I have thought about doing reviews of absolutely everything, movies, TV series, whatever. I have done a lot of reviews before, film reviews, but it was in written form on Facebook and later on whatever the blog called. I did all the Black Mirror episodes from season 1 and 2 and 3 and Christmas special. And about a week ago, I watched Brazil 1985, and I thought that this is gonna be my first review I film, because that's a film I really the I want to watch a long time and many years, but I watched it and it didn't live up to my expectations. And a few days ago, I watched Gone Girl, but I didn't plan to do a review. But earlier today, I watched Joker 2019. So this is gonna be my first review I film. So Joker 2019, based on characters created by Bob Crane and Bill Finger and Jerry Robinson, written by Todd Phillips and Scott Silver, directed by Todd Phillips. It's an R-rated movie. It's a drama crime thriller. It's a part of the Batman universe from the comic books. The Joker he's, by the way, like the ultimate comic book villain anyways, but this is the Batman's biggest, villain, most known and everything. So it takes place in Gotham City, and this film is not a part of the DC extended universe, the DCU, which many films are. It was released at that time, but it isn't, and it's not a science fiction like science fiction. Every comic book film is science fiction. This is not. This is a story about the Arthur Fleck, the who became the Joker, played by Joaquin Phoenix. And I'm gonna say this is an amazing performance. And Joaquin Phoenix he's a great actor, really, really great. Especially I would say from his 2010s and onward. So her, especially my favorite film on the 2010s forward to this day, my favorite film. So from the 2010s and onward. So my favorite film from the 2010s and onward. So yeah, so really, Arthur Fink, he's a man. He has his have mental issues, so that's for sure from the beginning. So he works as a clown, wants to be a stand-up comedian, and he says he has uncontrollable laughter, like it's part of his mental, like it's a mental disease or something. And he shows a card to people when he laughs, like he's crazy, and he shows a card that he has this condition and whatever. But this film is, I think, it's really a great character study. And what this film is, it's forget the film has a lot of almost like comic bookish stuff, but it's not a comic book film. But how it's filming, it supposed to be in Gotham City, which is in the Batman universe. But really, this is it's a drama crime thriller film about quite a severely mental ill person, which is the Joker. And seeing the backstory of this character you know, it can feel quite silly comic book character, but think of the Batman, how dark he is and everything. Batman is my personal favorite superhero in comic books, and I would say Spider-Man is number 2 and Superman number 3. So, but anyways, he looks up to this guy, Marley Franklin, played by Robert De Niro, a talk show host, comedian, talk show host, and he has these fantasies like he's gonna be on his show, and he really like he watched with his mother, which he take care of, and he lived with his mother and take care of her, and he watched this show and really dream in he's in the audience, and this Marley Franklin invite him up to the front to the stage and everything. Later, we found out that it isn't his real mother. His real mother was suffering from psychosis and narcissistic personality disorder. And at one point he meets Bruce Wayne when he is a kid. You know, Batman, Bruce Wayne. Who... this is a 2-hour film, a little bit over 2 hour, but it feels much shorter, I think. Yeah, man, this is a great character study. It's it really relates a lot to me. I have mental issues as well. A few which I have been diagnosed with, and I gotta say, there's a scene here on the train where 3 guys harassing a woman, and he is addressed as a clown, and he really he started laughing and everything, and they beat him down. He has a gun which he got from one of the guys in this whatever clown school, whatever it was, and he shoots them down in a train and follow them afterwards, and one of the guy who got away and shoots him to death. Yeah, I wouldn't do that, but yeah, I think it's kind of right what he did, because how these 3 guys harassed the woman and beat him down, and he started shooting. I would never go so far to do that, but I can relate to these characters and living in a fantasy world and everything like that, but not like him. So towards the end, so it's so much but to go through, but towards the end anyways, he so like in this show he wanna be on the Murray Franklin show, and after this thing he did in a train and everything, so shooting people down and kill them and everything, so he saw on a poster that about this clown, because he was dressed as a clown, a sketch of the murder, you know, painted as a clown, and then he saw that poster and he was smiling. Yeah, it's so much to this story, many things, like the neighbor he meets and everything, and you found out this his fantasy. Much of the things that happen in a film is a fantasy. But anyways, he was when he saw this poster, this sketch of him, he smiled, and towards the end when he go on the show with because Marley Franklin invited him to the show, and there's a point before when they show Mel Franklin show clips of him, and on which he saw on TV when his mother was in a hospital, By the way, Joker is almost like connected to a psychopath or sociopath, but he had feelings for his mother, but he choked her to death on the hospital bed. So, but he seems to have empathy, but then because sociopaths and psychopaths don't really have empathy, but it, you know, he dreams about being on this Mary Franklin show and really being in tears and everything. So he finally got, and he sees on the TV that Mary Franklin like degrade him when he doing stand-up, which is filmed and show it on his show. And because of that, he get invited of the show, and he says he the character, you know, wanna or Arthur Flank wanna be introduced as the Joker, and yeah, it's quite great. So I'm not gonna spoil the ending of this, but I'm gonna say just after the show he got what he want. Once he gets has his dream come true, he get to be recognized, and we sort of found out what I think, which is my personal take, that he is a narcissist. So I can't go into much because I can't spoil the film. And I think this is yeah, I think it's a very good film. Very good film. It's not really a comic book film, but it has some of the elements, but it's not really. Yeah, you know, it's a drama crime thriller. But I'm gonna score this movie, and I'm gonna give it an 8.2 out of 10. And I think it's a very fair score. Audiences on IMDb gave this an 8.4, on Rotten Tomatoes an 8.8. I think the least you could possibly give this film is a 7.8. Now probably like an 8. The highest probably a 9. What I think personally. And I would be comfortable, yeah, around that, an 8.2 to a 9.2. But my personal score, which I think is a fair score because I only seen this film once, it may get higher after more viewings, but first time viewing I give this an 8.2. Okay. Thank you very much. See you next time. Bye.